Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to talk about Mono Red. I know that's going to upset some of you, and some of you are going to be fine, but the main reason is, over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, it's turned out that you've been probably playing Mono Red wrong. The community at large and the tournament crowd has kind of decided that there's a particular card you probably shouldn't be playing. So let's go talk about it. And before we get into everything, as always, I want to tell you to go check out my sponsor, ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn and they'll save you 5% at checkout. Also, if you haven't, consider joining the channel. It helps support me and you get some extra content out of it too with some other bonuses. Now, the card we were talking about in the opener is actually Mechanized Warfare. Turns out that a lot of red decks have been playing this, and I've had the thought anyway that when I've been beating mono red decks, they seem to have this card on the field, and it's almost like they have to take turn 3 or 4 off to play this card. And that opens up the door for other positive things to happen for the opponent. And I think that's kind of what the whole community's come to, because I started looking at tournament results for Mono Red over the last couple of weeks, and as it turns out, none of them that finished well were playing Mechanized Warfare. And as a matter of fact, they're playing some full copies of a couple of other cards. One of those being Squee, Dubious Monarch. And this card actually makes a lot of sense, right? If you're going to spend 3 mana, would you rather play it on a thing that you need other things to be useful, and probably just dies to invoke despair or whatever, or another card that not only comes in with haste, produces another body, so you have something else to sacrifice if necessary, especially in an environment where people are starting to play Shieldred's Edict to make you sacrifice a thing, and it can come back out of the graveyard against slower control decks, which we're seeing quite a bit of. This does a lot of things that we needed to, and a lot of the decks have gone to playing either 3 or 4 copies of Squee, alongside Thundering Raiju, which again is another haste creature, but also gives you other damage even if it doesn't punch through. So it's giving you another option to get those last couple of points in to possibly win. So now you've replaced those cards with more real threats, and that actually seems to be a big difference. Another card that is actually showing up in a lot of these red decks, usually 1 or 2 copies, is Shivan Devastator. And we've talked about this before because I've actually liked adding 1 or 2 into some of my lists, but now that's kind of become the norm. And I think, again, you get these boards that are gummed up. Maybe it's a control deck that's sweeping the board. You have something to do with all that mana late in the game. You get in with a big 4 or 5 power hasty flyer. And this adds, alongside stuff like Monastery Swiftspear and even something like a Phoenix Chick, you end up with all these haste creatures that just actually adds way more pressure to the opponent's side. This is actually pretty logical, honestly, as the evolution of the format has happened. Now, will this be the way forever? Don't know, but it seems to be the way right now. So let's go play some games and see how we feel about these changes. We're keeping. Getting in there with the Swiftspear. Ooh, come on, play with fire off the top. It was not. So sad. Then we go with... I think I'm just going to do this. And this. And attack with a Phoenix Chick. I think it's the best we can do there. Fable, you got it. Okay, well, we are getting mana, so that's the good news. I'm curious what happens if we just let the opponent keep the Fable token, and we're about to find out. I mean, who knows? They might attack and just play, like, burn down the house, and then we're just wrecked, but we'll see. Oh, they're discarding lands even here. They have a lot of mana and a lot of cards. Don't know how this is going to go. I feel like we're going to need a burn spell off the top to do anything productive here. Okay, that doesn't feel as bad as that turn could have been. That Swiftspear, though, is doing us no favors. You know, what if... Oh, they kept the burn spell up. So obviously, Raiju's dead, right? Or maybe they didn't. Raiju gets a twofer. We're okay with that. That's way better than the other outcomes I was processing. I'll take it. Oh, they look like they thought about cracking some blood tokens, but didn't. Alright, you got 5 mana and a reflection. Good old Vraska. Turned into a treasure. I guess we just go ham, right? We send 1, 2, 3. Actually, I mean, I'm trying to figure out like which way do you, I mean, opponent's at 10. You could turn one of my things into an artifact. I mean, yeah, this at least gives us a chance. I feel like they go to 6. I mean, now they'll be able to copy something or whatever, but maybe we can find a burn spell here along the way. Ooh. We get to look at 7 cards? Nice. Oh, there were so many lands on top. Look at that. Look at... They did us the biggest favor here, actually. My goodness. That was crazy. Like, they might have actually given us a chance to win here. Which is bananas to even say, but... That's wild. Then now, because we have the treasure, we'll try this. Try to juice it. We will lightning strike on the reflection. And attack for 5. And we have nothing but haste creatures in hand, one that flies, so that's good news. Okay, let's see. Yep, that doesn't do too much here. Glissa does actually block with... Well, what is that? Alright. We're going to go with this for 1. And this for 2. So we have multiple things, even if they have a kill spell. Okay, let's do it. Kind of hoping to find a red land here. So we could play like Phoenix Chick plus play with fire, maybe. But if not, I guess we'll just drop a Feldon and see what we could do. Well, that can't block anyway, so I guess Feldon it is. Okay, what are we going to have to try to kill? Interesting, we didn't attack and we can't block. I'm tempted to just play Commando Faces Kakazan here, to be honest. I guess I will. Because I'm trying in my head to figure out, like, are we concerned about being poisoned out? I don't think we are. If we find another red land, we could kill, well, I was going to say Skrelv and then something, but that's not true now. That's definitely not a thing. But yeah, I guess we can attack with a 2/2 flyer. I mean, we could shoot Skrelv and attack with the Monastery Swift Spear. I mean, I guess that's fine. Nah, this is better. We just don't want to waste that counter. I think this is important. Yeah, getting stuck on land's not doing us any favors here. Need a extra red mana. That would have changed a couple of turns, potentially. Lauren, sure. You can destroy the enchantment. Makes sense. Opponent's only at 9, though. That's not doing us any favors. I guess we're just going to shoot that. I mean, what are they going to do? Pay the... I guess I could have shot Thalia and they would have done 2 damage to themselves, which would have been fine, too. Alright, attack. I don't know, maybe I'm even supposed to attack with Feld in there. But I don't know, if they were going to block like that, they're just keeping Thalia back. Especially since we're stuck on land. I mean, they have to know what limits our choices. Also, arguably, I probably should have used a Strangle. Just because I could send the 2 damage upstairs, which could have made a difference. I think we're in Wandering Emperor territory here, though. Nope. Just another Skrelv. Oh, I say just another Skrelv, but there's an Adeline as well. That's not cool. Okay, well. I guess now we could kill Thalia. So why not? I'm so tempted to get in with Felden just to see if we can get access to a land. Because otherwise, we're just not attacking with Felden as long as they've got an Adeline anyway, so F it. Alright, opponent's at 3. We have a 2/2 Phoenix Chick. We can produce 3 damage from a Lightning Strike. They currently have 1 blocker, now 2, assuming they're going to kill the Phoenix Chick. Alright, we get a card, which is a Squee. Such is life. Alright, we take 5. Come on, deck. Okay, well, it didn't matter. Opponent tapped out anyway. We have a burn spell. That's going to do it. Alright. That was ugly. Okay, let's keep it. Let's get this Commando Faces Kakazan down. And then we'll just draw an untapped red source here. Oh, wow. This is going to be something. We did draw it, so that now creates an interesting situation. Let's go with this for sure. I feel like there's a chance if we hold on to Play with Fire, we're not going to be able to kill whatever they play anyway. So I'm not going to waste the mana. Leave the mana up. Mostly just because of the +1/+1 from the Commando Faces Kakazan. Interesting. Our turns are starting to look a lot alike. They're going to play Phoenix Chick as well? No, they're just going to play with Fire. Okay. Ooh, need 1 more land. That'd be real nice. Yeah, I guess all we do is attack here. And end the turn. This is just red on red violence. Okay. We got an adversary that gets a bonus. Hold on a second. No, we're going to do that anyway. They missed a land. Or they're waiting to play one. We'll see. Alright, well, we got a lot to attack with, so let's get rid of that. Play this. Get in there for lots many. Alright, opponent's at 5. If we can find a land, we've got a Raiju. We have a creature land that'll survive a sweeper. We're in pretty good shape, especially with 2 flyers on the board. We both really didn't draw land, though, which is amusing how this played out. Phoenix Chick cannot block. Yep, that's going to do it. Let's keep this. I was a little bit hesitant because this hand doesn't do a lot, but it might do just enough. We'll see. Depends on what we end up getting paired with here. And having 3 land means if we draw a Squee, we could play it. We're one land away from playing a Raiju if we find one. So not a bad setup. Let's get in there with the Phoenix chick. I don't think I've seen this version of the little, like, Phyrexian bug thing. Kind of cool that it's all metallic and weird. Alright, I guess we just kill this before it becomes a problem. This is the concern I had, though, with no additional threats. This is just going to be a long, slow road with just a Phoenix chick. Sucks with Feldon. We might just have to let them have that. I don't really know. Alright. We found all of our land, but no other threats, so not good. Not good. I mean, we have the adversary, but it's probably just going to die to everything. I'd rather wait here. Okay. Are they going to give Girl haste? They are not. So they're leaving mana up for some reason. Play another thing. Ah. Underappreciated card, but not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and spend some mana here. Hoping to find maybe a squee. No, we definitely did not find a squee. Wow. Okay. That's highly unfortunate. Okay. Yep. That's what I was a little bit afraid of, spending that other lightning strike there. Good news, though. Well, we did find ours, but I think now we do get to choose. Actually, I'm going to choose a Strangle. Since if a situation comes up later, we could actually go after the opponent with that. But if they just get another Raiju, we might just be in a bad situation here. I mean, we didn't get our second actual attacking threat down until, what is this, turn 5? So, not where you want to be with the red deck. This didn't work out for us at all. Yep, that'll do it. GG's. Alright, let's do it to it. I said that so confidently, like this hand's really going to do a lot. Like, we are definitely living off the top of the library with this. But we do have a lot of removal spells here, so that's cool, I guess. Well, that's gonna need a little help. In the turn. Man, we need a squee off the top. That's what we need. Squee and then a mountain. That would be great on back-to-back draws here. Alright, you got it. I guess we'll use a play with fire on that. Alright, we didn't get the squee, but we at least got the land. And it didn't look like they had a play with fire, but, you know. Alright, they don't, but I didn't want to put the land at risk knowing we already have a Thundering Raiju in hand. Though, is this where they get their... Oh, they got a Mechanized Warfare. Not a squee at all. Alright, well that does probably mean that this Raiju is not long for this world. But I feel like I still... Well, no, we already discerned they don't have play with fire, so sure. Unless they just draw one. And then they'd be able to kill both our creatures. But, you know, if they do, they do. Tough life and all that. Oh, I was going to say, did they find one? Nope, they didn't. Fantastic. Then let's do this. And use this. And now our creature lands can start setting up to potentially be lethal. Alongside our creatures. Alright, they're going to get them some blockers. Makes sense. Ah, Squee. Nice of you to show up to the party, my friend. Yeah, we got cards to remove for Squee. Why not? That'll work. Alright, we're going to keep it. Okay, let's go Swift Spear. Adversary. Fair enough. Too bad I didn't have a burn spell for that adversary. That would have been real nice. Not worth it to give up the 2. Like, we would attack for 2, then they attack back and gain 3, so, like, it doesn't really do much for us. Even if they attack here, I don't know if we block. Like, we have so many removal spells, it's probably worth it to just try to wait and find one. But we could also fail, and that's a whole different issue. Alright, let's say we play this. We don't wait around, we play this. And we just say, F it, let's do it. I mean, land Wandering Emperor is just bad for us anyway. Okay, they didn't have it. Oh, that thing's actually randomly annoying for us, believe it or not. Gonna get rid of one of the Phoenix Chicks. Sounds good. Alright. About time we found a burn spell. Jeez. Shoot that thing. As much as I'd like to get that flyer out of the way. So, sadly, even if we play this for 2, that eventually becomes a 3 toughness on next turn, so that's not good for us. So, I think we just attack, attack, attack here. Alright, opponent goes down to 11. We're going to hold this. Alright, we go to 13. All their stuff gets juiced up. Hopefully, I mean, I'm assuming they have something to kill this, right? Because nothing else would make sense. Alright. Oh, it was not a Wandering Emperor. I was about to just GG's them. But interesting. Alright. We go down to 11. Mondrak? Okay. Well, we know they're doing a token type situation now. 4. Attack. Alright, here's hoping. I mean, we have a fair amount of blockers. They're at 7. If we find a removal spell, we can get in for 5 in the air, possibly. So this is still reasonably close. What are they planning on doing here? I mean, obviously we want to block Mondrak. If we take 8, is that reasonable? Like, I'm trying to decide, like, can we do anything? Let's see, that's 4. I mean, if we find a removal spell, sure. So, okay, why not? Let's see what happens. Oh, we didn't. Let's see if we can find one here, though. I mean, who knows? They could still have a defensive card in hand, and then we're kind of wrecked, but... Oh, this is so gross. Either way, we're dead, because if it's a Wandering Emperor, yeah, we can't win. Yeah, alright, cool. GG's. Alright, we'll keep it. See if this is going to be enough. Definitely want to draw some lands. Wouldn't be upset if, I was going to say, our next 2 draws are lands, actually. Okay, what do we got going on here? Okay, we're getting there. What can they do next turn with those? You know what? I think I am going to do this. Because I already sort of know what I'm playing next turn, and if the Devastator sits on the board, then we'd get extra damage out of a Thundering Raiju, so why not? Yeah, that seems fine. Because I feel like even if they have something that gives -2 or whatever here, we get in for 4 with a Raiju. And that at least is within shouting distance when we've got the Lightning Strike in hand. Alright. I feel like I was supposed to play the Raiju there, but sacrifice a creature or Planeswalker's poison counter. I guess we sacrifice Feldon. So that was as good as I could have gone. Alright, now we feel pretty good. Yep. Even if there's another blocker, I think we're okay here. Like I say, that makes total sense. Or we can just have that. Okay, that works too. Sometimes you just get the burn damage. Okay, let's keep it. In with the Swift Spear. We are probably just lightning striking that duder and not even waiting around. I mean, I'm sure passing with a million counters up, but, you know, is what it is. I think we go with this and let them counter it if they've got one. I'd rather hold on to the squee. Alright, sounds good. Consider that's a good sign. They're doing some preemptive digging. I'm assuming they have lands or whatever here. Oh, just a Delver. Wow. Oh, this makes a tough decision here then. I guess we do this. This is just more bodies. Even if they have a bounce spell or something, this is probably still to our benefit. I mean, this is the other side of that, right? If Delver flips, they wouldn't be able to kill a Raiju, but... Alright, they're going to consider. I guess on the hunt for more lands. I guess I made the mistake not going for the more expensive spell in the Raiju. But can we find a burn spell? That might change things here. I mean, I say that. They might try to Fading Hope. I don't know. This could go a couple different ways. That's not bad. Then yeah, we go ahead and play this first. Just because it juices the Swift Spear. And then we go to attack. Alright. Sounds good. They're bottoming and not topping. We like that. Is that another Fading Hope? That would be a little tough. Might be. Though it could be... Okay, not that. I was thinking it could have been a defensive card that they were going to use and protect their insect. We're just going to take 2 here. We're going to go ahead and play another squee. Same one. They don't know that we had another. But yeah, not playing the Raiju was the wrong call. I say that. I mean, they ended up having a Fading... I still think it was a wrong call, but them having a Fading Hope would have sort of changed things anyway. We wouldn't really got much out of it. So it doesn't change too much. Ooh. You almost have potential. Alright, so if we attack with everything and just put a counter on the Raiju, they block, and we don't really get much out of it. So we're going to attack anyway with these. We do get another 1/1. If we attack with Swift Spear, they would have to block here to kill that. They could chump block and then block the Raiju and take 1. If we don't, they possibly trade, chump. Alright, I'm just going to get it in there. We have another 2/2 coming. We're going to make a 1/1 here. And sort of try to force their hand a little bit. They didn't go for it. They're going to take 6 here. Wow. Wow. Okay. Not what I thought they were going to do. That actually helps them out, because that'll buy them a turn phasing out a creature. Not what I thought they were going to do at all. I totally miscalculated the opponent's blocking. Didn't think they had that much dog in them, but what little I knew. Alright, they're going to hit us for 5. We go to 15. And we know they can play Slip Out the back, so we have to keep that top of mind here. This is also pretty interesting. Because I could attempt this, but I think we're going to go Squeef first. And just see if they counter. They didn't. Alright, so we're going to go with this. See if that might be a... Oh, nope. I thought it might have been a make disappear. It was not. Okay, then I guess we try to attack. I'm assuming you're phasing out the Raiju. I was going to say, that makes the most sense. Attack with everything? I mean, if you got another, you got another. Like, you couldn't do nothing about it. Yep. We just have more damage next turn. Do you have a third one? This is amazing if they do. Hell of a hand. Hell of a hand. Like, I ain't even mad at it. Like, if you draw it, you draw it, boss. Like, it is what it is. Alright, they've only got 11 on board, so we're not worried about that. They're at 1. We can definitely attack and win here. And we just drew damage off the top, so it didn't matter. Alright, good one. Alright, we'll keep it. Actually, let's just play this first. There's a chance we get a bigger Swift Spear next turn and can shoot like a underdog or something here if it comes up. It didn't, but it was always a possibility. Alright. Swift Spear, we know you're way dead here, friend. Oh, you're not dead. What? What? Who keeps a hand that's 2 swamps and nothing? Arena, it's not even, oh wow. I was thinking at the very least it might even have been Liliana there. Man, I think we're just going to go for it here. Yeah, I guess I'll take a Devastator. That might be important later. And we're just going to get in where we fit in right now. Alright, opponent goes to 8, goes to 7. If they sweep the board, we'll have enough cards. We won't have enough cards to remove for Squee yet. But we could Devastator for another 3, which would be 4. Yeah, Shieldred's not enough here. That's huge. That extra counter on the Swift Spear does make a difference here, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that does the last one. So, sure. Not sure what they could have, but just kind of insurance purposes there. Let's keep it. All right. That's nice. To not have to worry about anything there. What do we got? A Virtuoso. This is a little tough here, right? Because we need to kill the Virtuoso. Opponent's at 16. I don't know if they're playing life gain stuff, so that sucks. As much as I want to play a Squee there. But we would have got 2 more damage in, and then things could have went sideways on this turn. Storm Chaser Drake, sure. What are the odds we can get an untapped land? There we go. So now if the opponent does try to save the Drake, we can still kill it. That's probably what's about to happen. Nope, they're not even trying to save the Drake. Wow. In the turn. Hopefully they don't gain life here. You got it. Another Storm Chaser Drake. Alright. That's not helpful. But we are just going to attack anyway. I mean, block how you going to block? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can find burn damage off the top from Feldon. Oh, never mind. We might have to shoot one of their creatures. We don't get to search with Feldon, much as I would want to. Alright, what do we got here in the yard? 3. Let's go ahead and play this other one. Alright, didn't matter. Ooh, the no removal hand. I'm willing to give this a try, though. There are some weird situations. Opponent might play some tap lands early or something. Or not. But yeah, no actual removal is going to be tough. Wow. Alright, I'm going to assume for some reason that they have, like, Fateful Absence or something here. Nope, they don't. So that was a wasted assumption. I could have got in for another point there. Okay. 3 mana. Restoration. Oh, okay. So that's what we're up against. So there's a chance if we play Feldon, it's just going to die. That's neat, but does it do anything is the question. I think we do this anyway. We get in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opponent goes to 9. Then we get to attack for 2, 4. They go to 5. But then they have a blocker, so that's whatever. So yeah, lots of things here. Some burn damage reused with the adversary would have been nice. Because once that restoration of Agandro flips, we're not going to be able to do a whole lot. Okay, it was just a wedding announcement, not an actual true sweeper. We might be okay then. Laid out arms, unfortunate. But correct for the opponent to do there. Alright, so if we do this and attack, that's 3, 4, 5. Well, they probably block the 3. 4, 5, 4, 6. So they go to 3. Or they're going to do the same thing here. So, yeah. I'm just debating if I want to get in with the adversary here. 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. And you could have 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 blockers to our... If you sweep the board, we attack with a creature land, but then you have a 1/1 to block with, but we can make 2 things. Yeah, I guess we got to go with it. Well, no, that wouldn't work. Because we had to turn our land into a creature. Never mind. For some reason, I thought I had 1 more mana available. But we do not. Hey, alright. Love it. You love to see it. Well, now they know we have access to a lightning strike. So whatever they do has to be gaining life this turn. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Yeah, right now we wouldn't even need the lightning strike to win, I don't think. No, definitely don't now. Yep, that'll do. Alright, y'all, I have to say, I actually didn't miss Mechanized Warfare, like, at all, to be honest. And I think the issue really is when you're playing against the mono white decks, it gives you an opportunity to just get another threat down, which are where I think Squee really comes into play. Outside of that, I mean, it was probably just getting removed anyway to like an Invoke Despair or whatever. You'd rather have something that just can pressure your opponent. If there's anything I would change, maybe the Strangles could be some other damage spells. Maybe they could be something that steals a creature. But overall, it actually played really well, even against some what I would think would have been more problematic matchups. So it's just a matter, and sometimes if you draw your removal or not, your burn spells. But yeah, looking at the list, we've got 4 Commando Faces Kakazan, 4 Swift Spear, 4 Phoenix Chicks, 4 Play with Fire, 2 Strangle, 4 Bloodthirsty Adversary, 3 Feldon, 4 Lightning Strike, 3 Squee, 4 Thundering Raiju, 2 Shivan Devastator, 17 Mountain, 2 Sekinzan, 3 Mishra's Foundry. So yeah, easy to build. If you played Red before, you probably have a lot of these parts. It's kind of cool. But there's a couple more things we need to clarify. You know, I do want to say that if you are looking to play another Squee, I think you can cut 1 Devastator or 1 Strangle. I think you're seeing that with a lot of different lists online. But pretty much everybody's on either 3 or 4 Squee now, and they're definitely on 4 Thundering Raiju. And I think because of the mono white decks, because of the mono black decks, like, you just have to be faster, have more haste options, have more ways to get creatures out of the way. And this deck, this build allows you to do that. I think the Mechanized Warfare was definitely the wrong call. I say that. Let me be more specific. I think there was a point where it was correct early in the season. I think now that the format is kind of adjusted to it, Mechanized Warfare is the wrong call, and pretty much every time we're seeing a red deck have a strong finish, it's without Mechanized Warfare. So just something to think about. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Mog Flunkies. Yeah, this is a card you probably didn't expect to see in the spotlight, but the reason I bring it up is, once upon a time, this was like one of the cards to play in Mono Red Aggro. Like a 2-mana 3/3 that, yeah, sure, you have to attack along with something else, but your whole goal was to play a bunch of small creatures anyway. Then, in many cases, empty your hand and use a Curse Scroll or whatever. And your burn spells were better because you either had like Lightning Bolts or Incinerates or stuff like that. So, fine. But this was a legit tournament card, like a tournament winning card in a lot of cases. So sometimes what looks good or different, a lot of times is really dependent on the environment or just the metagame at large. So when you go back and look at Decklist and you're like, why would anybody play this card? Well, there sometimes are specific reasons for it. And if you're looking for another fun monocolor deck, check out this mono green ramp deck where we really went nuts with Nissa. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.